Greetings, brethren, and welcome back to the How to Lose at Chess series, where I, the Chess Crusader, play games against opponents and analyze their mistakes and blunders so that we don't make them ourselves. Today, we're going to be playing against the 1000 rated Hans from Greenland. Yeah, that's it, 1000 rated bot. We'll play against him, do a little game review after, and analyze his mistakes. So, he's going to bring the pawn forward, standard opening. I'm sure you guys know something about the first 2 or 3 moves of the game, so we'll just play right into it. Okay, so first off, this is not a blunder because it gives up a pawn. The idea of this is that takes and then you get in right here. That is the plan. Is that you can just take over the center and then you have 2 middle pawns and I don't have one anymore. But see, we'll do this and the only move is do this. So he just gave it to me for free, I guess. um, yeah, something we can try to take the pawn back in the center. We can attack here. Not great because he gets the push, but yeah, I wouldn't worry about this is definitely the right move. And if you try to get too overzealous and trying to protect it, it might not be good. So we'll just develop a piece like normal. Okay. So yeah, it wasn't a blunder in the opening, but now he's treating it like it is. Treating it like he put 2 pawns in the center, and now he's yeah. So I don't know about that. So let's get our bishop out to the square. Okay, so now he's got the threat. I did this because if here, then well, I guess he has his queen defending, but we could have just backed up, no problem. Um, yeah, so this is the idea, is to try and keep this pawn after moving this forward. But we could just go here, and then if he trades, then that's still fine. We're still up a pawn. Well, I guess up a pawn only for a tiny bit because he'll get that pawn back at some. Might be worth it for the development. You could try to hold on to this piece. It's definitely possible with the queen there. I wouldn't entirely recommend it, but you know what? Let's try to hold on to the pawn. Let's try to do that. We have our queen defending. This will be fine. Okay, so we have here if we take, and take, so we can't do that. This could be a good move. So we could go there. We could also go back here to try and defend. We could do this, just so that our bishop is a bit more stable. Okay, he gets his bishop out. That's totally fine. We can try to get our own out. We could go here. Not really, because he can push the pawn, but we'll go here. It's a little bit of a chaotic position right away, but okay, so he goes there. I can just get my bishop out here. I want to kind of castle anyway, so we can go here. And then there's less pressure on this pawn. Okay, so he's gonna go there. Should I take? I don't know. He makes his I could go back here, and if he goes forward, we could just en passant. He's making his king super weak, so yeah, we can just go back here. Keep this pin on here. That's a good idea. Okay, so pushes a pawn forward to try and attack I guess my queen side here, but this is just a free pawn, so we can just take it because there's no risk. There's nothing really going on there. Okay, he threatens the bishop, but he can just take back in a variety of ways. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. Maybe we'll try to get my knight back to a good square. We'll do that. He pushes, we have this square. Okay, he's going to bring his rook somewhere. I don't know why, but that's what he'll do. So yeah, we'll go here. I'm still defending this. I'm defending this as well. Okay, usually you take towards the center. I could still do that. Gives him an open file, but he doesn't really have much activity over there. So we'll go over here. Actually, we'll take this way, even though we want a castle in this direction. Okay, so he moves his knight out of the way. And this, of course, gives access to this. So pretty much forced to trade. We could go back. No, I kind of like going back better because it puts pressure on this pawn as well. So we'll go here. We like keeping our bishop. We don't want to give them any free activity. Okay, so he went there. He went back. But we can take this now. And he can't take this either. I want to castle at some point, but I'm not going to argue with a free pawn. Okay. Going to move the king out of the way, I guess. That's fine. We'll castle now. We're nice and solid. If he was somehow able to get his queen here, it would be a little bit more threatening, but that's not super the case. Try Try to get our rook over to the open file. We could finally develop this knight. Could be good. We'll do that. Oh, I guess we can't. If we go here, we get rid of defense on that pawn. We could go here and then get the knight out. Sure, we can do that. It lets his queen get into the game, but I'm not too concerned. Okay, he does that. That's fine. We'll go here. Totally fine to me. We could do something like this. That doesn't seem that bad at all, actually. Because here, it threatens, like, if we take back with check. So if we go here, he probably has to go down. I'm trying to think. If we go here, this isn't defended anymore, so he can take it. Maybe it's not best to go there for now. Maybe it's best to kind of just centralize over here. So we'll get this rook into the game. Okay, he's going to pin. That's fine, though, because we have an extra pawn on there. I don't really care about where that knight goes. All we have to worry about, though, is if he pushes this. Because then our knight is in trouble. We can defend with this knight, but we can also try to defend with our rook, sorry, with our queen as well, onto that square. So we could go here. A couple different ideas. Or just block it physically and then go up here with our knight. That's not horrible. Now the pawn can't even go down. Does facilitate this. Okay, he doesn't go there. We could do this. Puts me on a nice square. We'll go there. If he takes back with... Okay, he's going to take back with the rook for some reason. We have a barrel down the center. And we could go here. It works as well. Because, say he takes back with the bishop. We take with the queen. And then if he takes with this, get in on the rank. So, really no reason not to go up there, except just to try and support it in the center. That's also an idea that I could do. Just go straight here, and then we have a really strong pawn. Okay, he takes with the bishop. I'm not entirely sure why, but he did. Okay, so now he's going to go here. If we take... thing is, do I even want to? Like, I could try to go here and try to get in there. But we'll just be nice and solid with these 3 pawns. Okay, we could... Yeah, there's a lot of different options for us to do. We could just try to get in here. He could, he has this check. We have to worry about that. I could also just go here to like stop kind of anything from coming in down there. So let's go here. Okay, he's gonna probably try to push something over here, but if I go right here, for instance, I can try to work my way in. So I'll do that. Okay, he's gonna take back. That's a really bad trade for him, but free to do what he wants. Now we can go over here and threaten this fork. Tons of good ideas. Really hard to go wrong here. Yeah, all we gotta do, centralize here. Like we go here, and then we just threaten this, a check, and then this, and we're just going to town. Okay, a little desperation move, pushing the pawn there. So we could give, yeah, this check is good because it forces him to go away. But he could just move here. It's not ideal. We can go here instead, try to get us some access to these pawns back here. Okay. Yeah, I guess we can just take that. We can always just run. Might try to give a check. Does. We go here. No, because it'll be fine. Because he's probably going to move this bishop over here to do something. But I'm not worried. If this check, he can't take my rook because I just take back. He somehow whittled in there. Like, we could start worrying about it then, but he's got to worry about this for now. So, we go here, we give a check. All of a sudden, now we're going to be queening. Where do we want to queen? Well, we could go here. So, or we could go here. This seems like a good queen to me because we get a queen guaranteed. There we go. He's got to take back. And then we get that. And yeah, we'll just move up here. And a little bit of triple action. We'll go here. Not quite. Because we can go here and then here to just kind of double up on our mate here. Because the bishop defends that square. And we can pre-move. Okay, there we go. Well, actually, it wasn't that bad. There was nothing that was like exclusively hung there that was quite that ridiculous, but we'll still do a little game review of this game here. We'll take a look. Yeah, there was nothing crazy. It says he only had one blunder. You can scroll down here. 1150 and 650. We missed a couple things, but that's okay. We were just playing nice and safe. A slow kind of steady down. Oh, you guys can't see that there. I don't have that. Where's my game review section? There we go. Except I have to take this and go like this. Okay. So we had 74%. Yeah, 1150, 650. He had a blunder. We'll take a look at all of it. We'll go back to here. And yeah, we'll start a review.
Your opponent's going old school with e4, the most popular move ever.
Forgot I turned that on. The audio for the Levy bot here. I'll have to turn that off for now. I intend to make a video about that, so that'll be awesome. But where is it for my guy? Like a setting? There is a setting for the audio. Okay. That was Levy Rosman, because there's a new feature on chess.com now where you can have coaches, and Levy Rosman is my coach, and it has his like AI voice, which is pretty cool to say stuff. So anyway, they open with this pawn to e4. We go forward here. This is, yeah. Okay, so it's the gambit line is 0.4 for me already. And yeah, the idea is this. And then they go here, which gives them their bishop access to this, and they have a big center. That's their idea. And we accept it. And okay, that is theory. I did not think that was theory. That's very strange. I guess you can do that as well. Okay, and it's about equal here because I didn't want to do anything crazy. We just developed here. Yeah, it didn't like this. It did not like that, but they didn't play it anyway, so it's okay. Yeah, and see, look, we try to defend this pawn here, and it thinks that, yeah, they're up a point of material, but when you're lower level, you're not Gotham Chess or Hikaru Nakamura level. It doesn't matter as much unless you can figure out what's wrong in the position. We push him back. We go back. Okay, good. That was the best move, apparently, so that's very good. Yeah, and they bring out their bishop, but we don't take advantage of, apparently, to tactically win a knight. Or tactically win a pawn. How so? Yeah, we were not playing all that. Check. Oh my. Wow, and then it wants to trade at the end. Yeah, we were not playing all that. So we'll go back here. Oh, we brought our bishop out. Best move. That's good. Defends this. What did it want me to do? Did it want me to go back? No, it wanted me to just take. I don't know why. Let's see. Here. Oh, and then we got that with check. Oh, wow. Very interesting move. Very good. But it's not a blunder, so we don't worry about it. Okay, and yeah, they just bring this pawn forward. This definitely should have been a blunder. They just tried to attack, and we took it for free. Better way to tactically win a pawn. I guess, yeah, to get this first. Because it thinks it's about even here, but yeah, no, we just go back, and yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Opportunity to win a pawn. So it's still this idea in the center that I just didn't quite see. Because, like, take, and then we can just go here. Actually pinning the rook to the king, which would be crazy for them, but yeah. I didn't see that. It was a bit too complicated of a position for me. I just got home from university, so I'm tired. Yeah, so I see this move. Very good. We just go back. They bring their knight back. We get the free pawn. We castle. We take there, because why not? Bring out our knight. And yeah, we double up on the file. They bring their bishop over to pin the knight. We just kind of put a wedge in there. Didn't like that. What do you think was the best move here? Oh, just really getting back in there, I guess. I don't know why, because like this doesn't threaten anything. I guess the queen can't really go anywhere. Queen can only go to these squares. Only go to those squares, so I don't know. Just wanted me to trade queens because I was up material, but yeah, we did not do that. We go here. They do a little trade. They do another trade. We just push our pawns up to try and promote. We offer a queen trade. They take it for some reason. Definitely do not take queens when you're down material like this. And yeah, we put some pressure on the bishop. They push the pawn. I didn't take because, well, we could have got a queen at the end of it. Out of here, they would have just taken back with something, and then we're still doing well, but I guess they would have had to take this way, but we couldn't have like pretty much guaranteed a queen. Yeah, we go back, they go there, we give this check, and then we're able to make 2 queens and deliver a little bit of a checkmate. Very nice. Good game. So that's How to Lose at Chess episode 3. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of the calendar year of 2025. I'd really appreciate it if you join the Crusader Army. I'll be making more videos like this in the future. I'll have my stuff sorted out a little bit better by then, but thank you for watching this episode of How to Lose at Chess. Godspeed, brother.